card. Oven off. Filling down. Card inserted into the wee slot. Chip facing towards you. Okay. Info button. Down arrow. Load menu. And you're going to load from the card. If you make changes, you save to the card, but you load from the card. Finished. Take out. Turn on. Heat up. That's the menu. So if you make a mistake, this is your safety net. Alright?
Yeah.
But always write down what I'm doing as well. If you're making changes, write them down. So write down the original change and then any changes you make to it. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Alright?
But if I have that card and I do changes and if I something mess up, I can put card and card.
As long as you haven't saved the messed up changes on this card. Alright?
Yes. Yeah,
So
yeah,
this is
yeah.
your card. This is the card with everything on it at the moment. So
Yeah.
if you're making changes, you need to be sure that when you're tested all the changes, I don't save any changes onto the card until I've tested and
But
test it a
anyway,
few
I can't
times.
really do any changes
But I'll
on
have
the
a
card because
I'll have a
because
copy.
of the-
Yeah, I'll have a copy. Okay, so we're going to program. So turn the oven off, press the info button, press the down arrow, set options, and your password is 9428, enter. This takes you into your edit group. Edit mode is off. You want to turn it on, press enter, oven off, and oven back on again. And this takes you into valid range temperatures, and you're going to go into the edit. You don't touch this side because this is the main temperature. You don't change it. So if I go into edit temperature, into toasty, toasty B1, this is your program. Okay?
Yep.
So anything that you need to change in this at the moment will normally be the time. You'll normally not have to change much on the programming side of things unless something's really badly burning on the bottom or badly burning on the top. So you're working with percentages here: top air, bottom air, and microwave. Okay? This becomes really complicated, and I could stand here all day and explain this to you. No, it doesn't make sense. All I can tell you is if you get something that's quite similar and works, leave it at that. So what I would tend to do is work with time. So for you to get the time highlighted, even though it's highlighted here now, press the down arrow and go back into time and key in your number 150. Okay, so that's 13 minutes. So go back out again, 150, and then press save. If you don't do what I've done there now, what will happen is if you press time and you go into, sometimes what happens is it doesn't save the change. So if you come back out of time, down arrow, time, then key in the change time, and then press save, it'll keep the setting as what you put in. Alright?
Yep.
Alright. If you want to change any parameters here, just use the down arrow to get to the wee percentage, and then press enter to move you across. And if you want to move back, oh god, back. So down again, enter, enter. So up and down, move you back and forward. Now when you make a change on a line, you must go into the second line to save the first line changes. Don't save it at the end, because it'll not save it. You have to go on to the next line to save the first line change, and so on and so on.
Yes, yes. So
Okay.
for example, if I change the top,
Yes,
I have to go to the end.
you have to go to the next line before you can save it, because if you save it at the end, it defaults back. That's why it's always a good idea to write down what the original settings are, so then you can see and you can tell me then, and I'll be able to direct you, add more air, take more air off, and so on. Once you've done all that and you press the word save, come back out to back in here. Okay, so turn the oven off, info button, down arrow, set options, the exact same again, 9428, enter. Turn the edit mode off so you're not in the edit groups, press enter, oven off, and oven back on again, and that means they can't change any of the settings. You have to go back on your same again. Okay, so just once more, oven off, info button, down arrow, set options, password is 9428, enter. Edit mode is off, you want to turn it on. Okay, press enter, oven off, oven back on again. And this is, the staff don't need to be in here. You need to make sure you're out of this. And if you want to change any of the categories, you just go in and change.
How we can, for example, add the product. If I'm adding the product, I want to change the, well.
If you want to add what, say for example, go into an empty one. So go into group 8. So at the minute you are in group 18. recipe 1. So what you do is move the down arrow till you get item. Okay, so you have to change this till you get this. This is a bit more complicated because these buttons are, this is why it's easier in the computer.
Yeah.
Prompt. So you have to use it up there to go back into key in your main heading. So this is going to be,
you use the keyboard to type
keyboard,
in
yep,
whatever you
yep.
want. Yes,
And
yes.
then you need to go into item, go into here. So then it's sausage roll by whatever. Okay, and then you go down.
And then you start set up the times and
So nothing save at the minute, back. So you have to go back in and put your program in here.
Yes, yes.
Save it, put your time in here, save it, and then come back out.
Yeah.
But that's how you do it.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
What's the password again?
9428, enter. But normally if it's something like that you want in ranges, if you give it to me, I'll send you up another card. I'll just put it onto your card to make it easy. But that's how it is to make a group.
Yeah.
Alright, so again, oven off, info button, down arrow, set options, 9, 4, 2, 8, enter, edit mode off, enter, oven off,